Good morning, everyone. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. Today we celebrate peace, which is the theme of the second week of Advent. Last week we celebrated hope that is based on our faith. Our faith brings us hope, a very profound sense that Jesus, through his actions and his salvation, brings us hope. Today we look at peace, the second virtue of Advent. Today, peace is a virtue that is hard to believe in. There is so much happening in the United States with domestic violence and abuse, and also internationally with war occurring in so many places without a sense of the feasibility of peace. Not much that is happening that makes us hopeful. In Luke's Gospel today, he begins with the historical context of Jerusalem and Bethlehem, in which Jesus was born. Tiberius is identified as the second emperor of Rome, under whom the Israelites of Jesus' time lived. The leaders of this area are three tetrarchs, sons of Herod the Great, who died in 4 CE. One of the tetrarchs is called a very bad king, and he is replaced by Pontius Pilate, who became the governor upon the request of the Israelites. This is when John became the baptizer of the Jewish people. John is the son of Zechariah, one of the most respected Jewish leaders. He is also the priest for the leaders of the community, Annas and Caiaphas. John is the person who tells them about Jesus Christ. He is the one crying in the wilderness, who Isaiah says will prepare the people for the coming of the Messiah, who will overcome the tyrannical Romans. Jesus is the one who will bring a society of love and peace. Jesus is the one who believes in loving one's neighbor as oneself and overcoming the Romans. Today is my daughter Christy, who recently celebrated her husband's death, her birthday. In the Roman Catholic Church, this day is celebrated as the Immaculate Conception of Jesus' mother, Mary. September 8th is the day the Catholics celebrate Mary's birth. My son Mark was born on this date, and I was born on March 8th. I'm not sure what all this means for us, but it does mystify our lives when all three of us were born on the 8th day of the month. My daughter was born in 1968, in the middle of the 60s. As I prepared this sermon, it made me think back to the 60s and all that was happening then. John Kennedy became the president, and he instituted the Peace Corps, both a domestic and an international program for us to help people of greater need than ourselves. It was very progressive and certainly something that reflects Jesus and Christianity. It was also a time of great change in civil rights, and the leader, Martin Luther King Jr., who led us to be a more inclusive society, but also with great violence involved in the movement. I remember the segregation of the era, when blacks and whites could not use the same facilities. I remember in the 60s, I started college, and I had lived in northeast United States, in the Philadelphia area. But I went to college in Virginia, and things in Virginia were so different. Everywhere you went, there were facility signs saying colored and white. And I was surprised because I had never encountered this before. After Kennedy was assassinated, Lyndon Johnson, from a somewhat more conservative area, became president. But he supported civil rights and integration. that led to very positive domestic changes as well. Unfortunately, Johnson also became involved in supporting the Vietnam War, which led to his defeat because of all the opposition to the war, which didn't end until well into the 70s. I say this in the context of our society today to demonstrate how peace comes so slowly. We today are dealing again with what seems so many rigid war situations and feeling very depressed about it. But I do think peace will come, but ever so slowly. We can have hope and peace if we follow our beliefs as Christians. And when I say our beliefs, I mean all of our beliefs in the Christian church and throughout the United States. Peace came in the 60s, and I believe it will come again if we follow what we believe, love our neighbors as ourselves, and even as Jesus said, to love our enemies as well. We need to follow John the Baptizer and listen to his message as Jesus did.